What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about B3 today, base. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. We're finally showing some life. It's nice to see. And volume's coming in, right? And we've got above average volume. Some of the most volume we've seen, really, since about a month ago. Quite literally to the day. 6 hours, 36 minutes left in this day, the 16th of July. $0.03134 is the price right now. We're up 10% on the day. I don't think it stops here. We're just getting overbought. Typically, when you get overbought, you continue to run. You don't stop, right? This is just the beginning of this move. And to me, with this increase in volume, most volume we've seen in about a month's time, and breaking out of this range here, I'd say we're freshly breaking out. You've got this kind of W shape to you here, and maybe it's even more drawn out than that. I don't know. I would anticipate that not only do you move up, but once you break above this area here, that you'll really start to fly. This is that explosive move, and this might be explosive in itself too. Maybe you move up here, consolidate, rather explosive, and then consolidate into the end of the month. You start to pump, and I think the real move will happen once we're above here. That's all I'm trying to say. So that area there at about 0.0656 is the area to watch, right? Until then, I think that we're just moving up around there. You could find resistance here at this low. You could find resistance here at this high, somewhere in this range though, between 0.043 and 0.065 is probably where you will find resistance. If we're looking at this from an all-time high to an all-time low perspective, a very significant fib here, I would anticipate that we do move up to the 382, and typically with the 382, you actually wick just above there and then pull back to the 236. So look at that. I mean, quite literally right in this range. That's the kind of consolidation that we're looking for. And then you'll rip and run. Going into August, we should be seeing moves or prices that are back above 1 cent. And if B3 does what I think it's capable of doing, we could very well see new all-time highs, right? By the end of August, I would, and I still do, anticipate, even from here, that we will see something on the lines of a 10x to a 22x move. Now, B3, you guys, it's part of a sector in crypto that it's been kind of a laughing stock, let's just say. It hasn't been too lively, okay? But it might get some life this cycle. I think the gaming sector is this untapped potential in the crypto space. Now, is it going to be this cycle that it takes off? I don't know. I would think so. But if it's not this cycle, you know, at some point it will be. And base is getting set up to be a pretty dominant figure, I think, in that niche aspect of gaming. I know it's a low market cap now, but $66 million on a market cap on a $12.8 million volume 24-hour period. That's good volume for this kind of a market cap. Something like this, if you were to go to $600 million, that's a 10x right there, right? $660 million. If you were to go to $1.3 billion, that's a 20x right there. Those are not easy moves to achieve in a very short amount of time, but the coins that see those kind of reactions are coins like this that have sold off a lot. They're new, right? If it's been selling off since like 2021 and it's just getting lower lows, that's different, right? Ideally you don't want to be buying things that are at its all-time lows right now, but this is different because it came out in 2025. So a lot of things are kind of at their relative lows, you know what I mean? And they're starting to break out now. They're starting to come alive. So all I'm trying to say by that is if we're not at 3.4 cents, then maybe we're higher. And as high as we could go, I think would be about 6.9 cents. Wouldn't that be a perfect price to go to, 6.9 cents? If we're not there, certainly at least, at a bare minimum, by the end of August, you should be around like 1.25 to 1.5 cents, but that would just be pathetic in my opinion. I don't think that's what's going to happen. I think this has been a long accumulation range down here, and the supply has gotten dried up, right? The volume's coming in as we're moving up. There's definitely some buying pressure and interest going on, and I think that a lot of people have had their eyes on this thing. They've just forlorned it, forgotten about it, and once it starts to prove its worth, show its mustard, I think that it will gain attraction, gain attention, and start to pump really, really hard. If we're looking at this on the 1 hour time frame, Bitcoin's moving up a little bit. Very volatile times, you guys. so volatile. This range here, man, it's making me anxious. All that up and down and up and down. I was crazy for a second. Now we're getting to normality, pumping up a little bit. Not a whole lot of volume, though. I will say that's a little bit concerning. We could form a relative double top. That's very possible. But let's get back to B3. Okay. And to be fair, we don't really need volume to come in until we're actually truly breaking out. But I guess we're kind of breaking out right now with 2 minutes left. Anyways, B3, 1 hour time frame here, looking bullish, bouncing off the 50. We love to see it. Volume is dying off. You're at higher highs and lower highs in the RSI, higher highs in the price. That is bearish divergence to some degree. So in all fairness, you might take a break here, and that's okay. 4 hour time, but I think you're just getting started really with this move. 4 hour time frame, same thing. You're moving up with lesser volume, right? And that's okay. You're breaking out. You probably fall back to about 003. You're at 0031 right now. 003, you'll find support there and then continue to rally. That's the expectation here. Daily time frame, again, zooming back out here. I think a very key area to watch would be 0045. Once you get above there, you can really start to relax that this is the low, and you probably don't go below there. And then once we get above 00656, that's whenever it's time to start thinking about new all-time highs and paths and the road to 1 cent and beyond. Probably up to even like 6.9 cents at the highest, right? And I say probably, maybe not quite that high. Maybe we do get that high, but I would think at least something that is above 1 cent, if not, or 1.2 cents, if not likely above 3 cents even by the end of August. I've got nothing else for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I know this was a quick one, but there's really not much to talk about. There's not a whole lot going on here, so or maybe there is some fundamental developments that I just haven't kept up with, but that's for you guys to do your own research, right? If you want to buy this thing, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, do your own research, right? I don't know why this thing isn't up more. I feel like it seems like it's set up to be dominant for the gaming space in crypto. But maybe I'm just biased. I don't know. Hit the like button, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.